friends, it's Miss Madison, and today I have another read aloud for you. This one is Olivia and the Christmas Present. I am so excited to read this. Olivia is one of my very favorite characters. So let's read it together. This story is written by Farah McDougall. Ready? Let's get started and see what we have to learn from Olivia today. Olivia and the Christmas Present. It was the night before Christmas, and Olivia had something very important and top secret to take care of. She crept quietly past her mom and dad, who were singing Christmas carols. "Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la la la," they sang. Olivia quickly headed upstairs with Perry following not too far behind. "Perry, there's no food in here," Olivia explained as she set the big pot on her bed. "But what's inside is even bigger." After checking to make sure her door was tightly closed, Olivia reached into the pot and pulled out a popular Poco Loco penguin toy. "It's my Christmas present for Ian," she told Perry. "It's the most perfect present in the history of history." Perry barked in agreement. "Now, time to wrap it," Olivia said as she rummaged through her trunk for some wrapping paper. "Perry, bark if you hear Ian coming." Oh, look, and there's your little penguin toy for Ian. With the present perfectly wrapped, Olivia made a place for it under the Christmas tree. "Ian," she cried as she spotted her brother hiding behind the tree. "Are you peeking at your presents?" "No." "Yes, maybe," Ian replied. "No peeking. You'll ruin the surprise," Olivia exclaimed. "But I'm such a good guesser," Ian said. Olivia knew Ian was right. He was the best present guesser she'd ever met. But Olivia also knew that she couldn't let Ian guess this present. It had to be kept a very special surprise. "What is it?" Ian asked as he lunged for the present. Olivia dashed away to her room and slammed the door before Ian could follow her in. After a moment, Olivia slowly opened the door to check and see if the hallway was clear. And there was Ian. "So, what did you get me?" Ian insisted. Olivia slammed her door again. "I'm going to need a good hiding place for this present," Olivia said to herself. She decided to ask Francine for help. "Hey, Francine," she called out. Before Olivia could finish her sentence, Francine appeared at her side. "I need a good hiding place for Ian's present," Olivia finished. "We should hide it in a place that Ian never goes," Francine suggested. Olivia smiled and had the perfect place in mind. "Ian's laundry," Olivia explained as she pointed to the hamper in the bathroom. "He never even goes near the dirty laundry hamper." "Problem solved," said Francine. Seconds later, Mom came into the bathroom. "Hi, girls," she said as she scooped the clothes from the hamper. "I'm just going to run one more load of laundry before Christmas." "The present!" Olivia and Francine cried. "Oh, that was close," Francine said. The present safely back in her hands, Olivia tries to think of another hiding place. "There's no safe place to hide this present inside of the house," Francine said. "You're right," Olivia exclaimed. "There's just one thing to do. We'll go outside." Outside, Olivia and Francine found the perfect hiding place under a red bucket. "No one will find the present here," Olivia said. "Great, I'm going to go home now and hang my stocking," Francine said as she waved goodbye. "Merry Christmas, Olivia." "Merry Christmas, Francine," Olivia replied. "Thanks for all of your help." The next morning, Olivia woke up thinking about the one thing and one thing only. "It's Christmas," she cried, racing through the house to the backyard. "Time to get Ian's present. Surprise!" Olivia gasped as she saw all of the snow outside. "Come on, Perry. she called as she grabbed a shovel. "We've got to dig to find Ian's present." Olivia and Perry began to dig, looking for the red bucket with Ian's gift. Perry found something red, but it was just a bicycle. "Keep digging," Olivia instructed, but it was no use. There was just so much snow. "I'd have to be a machine to get rid of all this snow," Olivia said to herself. "I wonder." Olivia imagined what it would be like to be a flying robot with a powerful jets of air coming out of her feet. "Time for some super duper snow blowing," declares Olivia as she begins to clear the yard. "Ta-da!" Olivia knew what to do. She turned to Perry. "Snow blower," she told him. Soon, Olivia had made her very own flying snowblower. She was flying everywhere. "It's working!" Olivia pedaled harder and harder. Whoosh! The wind from Olivia's snowblower blew some of the top off of the red bucket. Whoosh! Another gust of wind tipped the red bucket over. "Ian's present!" Olivia cried happily. Inside the house, Ian was already looking at presents under the tree. "It's present time!" Ian yelled when he saw Olivia. "Merry Christmas, Ian," Olivia said as she handed him the present. "I don't know how you did it, Olivia, but this is a surprise," said Ian. "Pogo Logo Penguin," Ian cried as he unwrapped this gift. "This is the best Christmas in the history of history." Ian gave Pogo Logo Penguin a squeeze. "What is a skunk's favorite kind of sandwich?" it asked. "Peanut butter and smelly." Ian started laughing, and he gave his sister a big hug. Olivia beamed. "So Santa did a good job this year?" Olivia's mom asked later that evening. "The best," Olivia replied. "I love all of my presents, but my favorite gift was the one I surprised Ian with." "I'm not surprised," Mother said. "It was a wonderful gift from a wonderful girl." It was time for bed, but Olivia didn't want to go to sleep just yet. "Good night, Olivia, and Merry Christmas." "Good night, Mom," said Olivia. The end. That was such a good book, and that's what we know, the heart behind Christmas, and it's so much fun to surprise our family and friends with gifts that they will love because they come from very special people. That's you. So, my friends, until next time, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Bye.